We're kicking things off at the crack of dawn. Check out the clock. It's 6 a.m. Now, normally, Mark and Sarah are the type of people who like to sleep in on their days off. But today, they are going to hit the ground running. They've got a massive master calendar on the nightstand, and the day is officially dedicated to wedding logistics. There's a real sense of urgency here. You know the feeling when you're hyped up about a new project? You just can't stay asleep. That's exactly where they're at. They're laying down, trying to rest until that alarm goes off. But in their heads, they're already thinking about their to-do list and everything they want to do, from vendors to call to which dates are available. It's that high energy early morning buzz, even though they haven't gotten out of bed yet. Cut to the kitchen, which has basically been converted into a wedding war room. Look at this place. There are vision boards overflowing with fabric swatches, floral arrangements, and color palettes. It's like a bomb went off in a craft store. Mark is totally in his element, deep in the weeds of a budget spreadsheet. And Sarah has her coffee. He's got his list, and they're both ready to go. Sarah is so excited to have that morning coffee to get her through the brainstorming session. At this point, everything looks perfect. They're talking about the guest list, whether they should go with peonies or roses. It's a standard wedding stuff. But Sarah is about to get a major unexpected wake-up call from her own body. She goes to take a sip of her beloved coffee, and it hits her. It's this total visceral repulsion. The smell of the coffee, which is usually so good to her, is suddenly nauseating. She usually can't even function without her caffeine fix. But right now, the coffee smells like something crawled in the mug and died to her. She looks at the cup as if it's betrayed her. She's completely blindsided and totally baffled. She's thinking, is the milk spoiled? Did I buy a bad batch of coffee beans? She has zero clue that this is her body's way of sounding the alarm for a very different reason. This isn't just the bad morning, it's the start of something much bigger. Mark catches her reaction from across the room and pauses his breakfast, comes to sit next to her and looks at her with the mix of concern and genuine confusion. He knows her habits better than anyone. Sarah not drinking her coffee is a major red flag. It's like seeing a fish decide that it doesn't like water. He's wondering if the stress of the engagement is getting the best of her. He tries to check in and ask if she's feeling okay, maybe coming down with a flu, but Sarah just brushes it off. She puts on a brave face because she doesn't want to kill the momentum they have. She tells him she's just tired, but you can see in her eyes that she feels really off. Fast forward to later that afternoon. They've headed out to tour a potential venue, this stunning historic estate with the gorgeous stone architecture and a massive garden. It's exactly the kind of old world charm they were hoping for. This should be the highlight of their day. However, as they're walking through the grounds, Sarah is suddenly overcome by a massive bout of vertigo. Oh, the entire garden starts spinning before her eyes. She has to reach out and grab a wall just to keep from toppling over. Again, she's chalking it up to being dehydrated or just overwhelmed by the sheer scale of the planning. But these little symptoms are really starting to pile up. And now for the fail of the day. In the middle of all this high stakes planning and venue touring, Mark suddenly realizes he's wearing pajamas. He forgot to get dressed this morning. He was so distracted worrying about Sarah and preoccupied with all the appointments that they had and getting there on time. Look at him. He's literally standing in a high-end professional wedding venue wearing just regular beige pajamas. He is so focused on the floor plans and logistics that it took him a long time to even realize he was in his sleepwear. It's a total fashion disaster. And the wedding coordinator is clearly trying her best to stay professional, but you can tell she's wondering what she's gotten herself into. Next up, we're at the bridal boutique. Sarah's in this breathtaking lace gown, and she should be having that say yes to the dress moment. But instead, she looks like she's in total agony. She's developed this splitting, pounding headache, and the weight of the dress feels like she's wearing a suit of armor. The boutique consultant is beaming, talking about veils and accessories, but Sarah's at the end of her rope. The lights are too bright, the shop is too loud, and the dress is too heavy. The bridal glow everyone talks about is nowhere to be found. She just wants to crawl into a dark room and disappear for 10 hours. Back home, the reality of the wedding costs starts to set in. They're sitting on the couch, staring at spreadsheets and contracts, and the numbers are just skyrocketing. Suddenly, Sarah just loses it. Out of nowhere, a tear trickles down her cheek as she's looking at a rental quote for chairs. She's normally not that worried about finances. So this emotional outburst catches her and Mark completely off guard. It's that classic over the top emotional response when you're crying and don't even know why. She's thinking, why am I crying about chairs? This is ridiculous. But she can't help it. She's on an emotional roller coaster and she can't get off. Mark is being the absolute rock that he is. He steps up and tries to soothe her. He assumes the pressure of the big day and the financial stress is just getting to her. He's being incredibly patient and sweet, trying to be the voice of reason. He tells her it's okay and they can cut back if they need to. He is saying all the right things, but he's totally unaware that these mood swings are a textbook symptom of something else entirely and have nothing to do with the prices. Fast forward to 2 a.m. Mark is out cold, probably dreaming about the guest list. Sarah, on the other hand, is wide awake with a ravenous and bizarre appetite. She's sitting up in bed, polishing off a plate of green apples slathered in peanut butter with crackers. It's the kind of combination you only eat when your body is demanding specific nutrients. She's exhausted, but she's also hungrier than she's ever been, so she can't sleep until she eats. It's another huge clue that she's completely missing because she's so focused on the wedding. The next day, they find a moment of peace. They're sitting together, reviewing the guest list one more time before finally calling it a night. Sarah's leaning against Mark, looking utterly spent. Despite the absolute chaos of the last few days, the pajamas, the nausea, the headache, and the random tears, they're still a team. It's been a quiet, sweet moment amidst the planning madness, and you can see how much they lean on each other. Now, a quiet moment in the bathroom. Sarah catches a glimpse of herself in the mirror and pauses. She places her hands on her abdomen, looking down at herself. She's trying to make sense of why she feels so off and why her body is acting so strange. She thinks maybe she needs a vacation or some vitamins. Little does she know, her life is about to change in an unexpected way. She's not sick, she's pregnant. Wow, what a day for Mark and Sarah. Things are definitely heating up as we head into the finale. If you're finding these stories helpful for leveling up your English, please do me a huge favor and hit that like button and make sure to subscribe to Mommas Fluent English. I'm working so hard to reach that 1,000 subscriber milestone, and every single one of you make a massive difference. And drop me a comment below. What do you think Mark's reaction is going to be when he finds out about the baby? And has anyone else ever had a weird craving, such as apples, peanut butter, and crackers? I'd love to read your stories. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next episode.